We're here on the Jim Miller President Sports Program on BWC Internet Media. Ryan Harton and Tim Kirshnick here. How you been, Ryan? It's been a while.
I've been good, Tim. How was Disney? How was Disney?
It was very nice, despite having a bit of a head cold that also kept me out yesterday.
Yeah.
You guys had to do
We had a big show yesterday. It's a shame you missed it.
Yeah, lost my radio voice for a few days. Today it's a little nasally sounding, but
That's all right.
You know,
all right.
I'm going to make do.
We all get through it, man.
So, yeah, you might hear me sniffling a bit in the background, but...
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
So, yeah, today, to lead off the show, we'll be talking a little bit about the NFL labor dispute, something that has even affected our small town a little bit.
Uh-huh. They were here.
Very little, but...
They were here.
They were here. The NFL owners were here. And it was a
here.
magical day, but nobody knew of it.
Yeah, it was
Lucky
great.
for them, yeah.
It was awesome.
Went down to the McNally's pub and blacked out the windows. so
Hotel
nobody could
Baker,
tell.
from what I understand.
Hotel Baker and McNally's pub.
Yeah,
So
pretty awesome.
here they went to go get a drink and then have a nice dinner and then talk some labor issues.
When you talk about nice dinner, would McNally's pub be
No, I'm talking about drinks. And
Drinks.
then a nice dinner at Hotel
waterfront?
Baker.
The waterfront. We talked about the waterfront restaurant. Me and Corey did.
Yeah.
We covered that last week. Was it last week we did it?
It was.
Okay, so yeah, it was when we covered that, and it was the waterfront.
Mhm.
A lovely restaurant. I'm sure
Oh,
they had
yeah.
a lovely meal. Couldn't you see that well-lit room? DeMaurice Smith and Roger Goodell with Jerry Jones, and the name I was looking for was Jerry Richardson, by the way. Last week, the owner of the Carolina Panthers. Finally, a week after I needed it. I remember it. It's how it works in this business. So they all got together and they talked, and these talks have continued. They had talks in New York last week, and they have also had talks today. The new development is we are ready, it looks like, to end the lockout.
Yay!
We are absolutely ready to end the lockout, which means we don't have to sit here for 6 months and listen to Tim talk irrelevant baseball talk.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we're ready to roll. If the lockout ends tomorrow or Thursday, which it certainly is, certainly is what it looks like right now, we could be talking free agency. We can actually start breaking down players, breaking down teams. We could be talking actual football conversation. And that's just
Yeah, all that stuff I can't do.
that's
but-
nothing but good. I mean, we
Right.
are finally I see the light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it is good. It is good. So we are totally back, we think. They're meeting at an undisclosed location to
Oh.
be named later.
Must be
in
another small
Washington-
town.
No, Washington, D.C.
Oh. Why'd they choose St.
Um,
Charles of all places?
Because no one knows this place exists.
Right, yeah.
You know, suburbia. No one's going to go to suburbia for secret talks.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and
That's what I was thinking.
an article on ESPN.com saying both sides remain guardedly optimistic, so maybe they are optimistic, but at the same time, we don't know.
Oh, right.
And they're in another thing it says in the article, deal-making mode, the owners and players. So we're just ready to end this thing. And some of the numbers that don't matter is that players, they've asked for 50% of all revenue, but are willing to accept 141 million player costs per team, which would equate to roughly 48.5% of a $9.3 billion revenue projection. The players have proposed a pegged cap that would have fixed increases. By 2014, a team's player cost would be 161 million.
So does anyone know what that means?
This stuff is boring.
Yeah.
Revenue and a revenue formula. Oh. And that the players won't settle for anything less than 48%. And those are some of the stupid numbers that they're arguing about.
Excellent.
From what I understand, the 18-game schedule is gone. We're not even talking about it anymore. The one thing that was tangible that stupid people like us could actually conversate about is no longer in the discussion. We're not even talking about that. So it'll just be a 16-game schedule for now. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more health care for players because they get 5 years of health care after they're done playing, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate because the rest of the world has a bit more than that. And, that's really sad. And, I turned, and now I'm on the players' side, and I was kind of always on the players' side because most owners in the NFL aren't the best people.
Yeah.
And, but the players, at the NFL, football player is the lowest life expectancy of any career choice. 55 years old
Wow.
is when NFL players die on average. That's less than coal miner, police officer, soldier, firefighter, factory worker. Any other horrible job you could think of. The NFL has the lowest life expectancy, and that's really sad when you think about how much money they're making and all the advances in medicine and all of that. So it's sad. And now we're coming down to, we're going to get a deal done. Hopefully they can get a little more health care, get that life expectancy up a little bit. We're going to have football. That's the point of all of this.
There's going to be football.
There's going to be football. Praise be to God. The Packers and Saints will play on September 8th to open up the season on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And, that's where we are right now. We have taken a significant step forward from the last time we discussed NFL labor on this program. And
that's one giant leap for football next season.
We're good. So your baseball segment's going to be shortened a bit if we can start talking about free agency.
Oh man. I'm ranking in the views, man.
Yeah, you are. I mean, he's our highest viewed weekly segment here on JMFPSP. Tim has the best segment as far as viewership is concerned. All of the segments that we think are actually good get like 6 views, and he goes out with his This Week in Baseball and drops a 40. Getting 40 people to watch that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Willie just clicked on it 30 times. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Our good friend Willie McGinty, who has made one appearance on the show. So much for being a regular analyst. But
yeah, right.
We don't really. Corey's really our only analyst now.
Yeah.
Because we kicked Andrew out because he just stopped paying. He stopped
Yeah,
paying. attention to
Andrew
sports.
Stevens in the studio today.
Yeah, he's here.
Let's give a round of applause.
Yeah.
Making a long way to return since his
Corey
Brandon
will stop
Marshall
by
incident.
later. Corey and I will be talking about the. We're going to start doing lists because, of course, it's summer and we're bored and we've got nothing else to do except talk about baseball.
Can't wait for those outdoor JMFPSPs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talking about the beauty of baseball.
We could have done that today.
We could have, but there's painters outside.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my house is under construction. So that would not be positive. But today Corey and I will be talking about who the 5 greatest point guards of all time are in the NBA. Also, who are the 5 greatest current point guards of all time. And we'll also be going through lists like best receivers of all time. Probably not. That's too hard. It's Jerry Rice and everybody else. Best receivers currently we'll definitely do. Best running backs currently. Best running backs all time. Best quarterbacks all time. We're going to do a lot of just lists because we have nothing else to do.
All right.
So that'll be good. So basically JMFPSP is going to turn into, because we're done with significant sports for a while. Sorry, I keep making fun of baseball. But so it'll come to me and Corey will do some lists, the best of this, the greatest at that position in this sport, and then you get to talk a little baseball, and then we can go on to bigger and better things.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a game plan sorted out for the JMFPSP for the next few months, bud. This is the JMF Present Sports Program
on BWC Internet Radio.